Hello everyone, today I'll be talking about blood typing and how important blood types are for organ donations. We have experimented with injecting blood into humans for 150 years, but many of these transfusions have ended in death. Animal blood was commonly used for these transfusions, but it was James Blundell who discovered that we needed to receive blood from other humans. Yet it was Landsteiner who discovered that humans had different types of blood. He discovered this by mixing different blood from different people and discovered that certain mixtures would result in clumping. Although he did not know what exactly causes clumping, he was rewarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine in 1930. Now that we know a little bit of history, we can now discuss how blood types are determined. So, our blood types are determined by antigens, which are usually sugars or proteins attached to various components in the red blood cell membrane. And antigens are any substance to which the immune system can respond. This next chart shows you the different blood types found in humans. Antigens play a significant role when identifying foreign cells in the bloodstream. For example, if a person with blood type A were to receive blood type B, the recipient's immune system will recognize the B cells as foreign and create an immune response. The body will create antibodies against the blood type B cells and attack and destroy the blood type B. This is why you see clumping when two different blood types are mixed together. The second part to our blood types is the positive or negative. The positive or negative is the Rh factor, which is just simply a protein that is found on the covering of your red blood cell. If you have this protein, you are Rh positive. If you don't have the protein, you are Rh negative. I'm sure you're all wondering exactly how we evolved to have the blood types we have now. So it's believed that different blood types evolved as a result of a genetic mutation, but what caused certain blood types to be more successful is because of infectious diseases and other environmental pressures. And the blood types that survived were more likely to be successful, and so we have the blood types we have now. So there have been studies which have shown that people with certain types of blood are more susceptible to certain types of illnesses and injuries. This map is really interesting because it shows the percent of the population of the world that has the A allele or type A blood. As you can see, the dark blue and the dark red have the highest amount of A alleles. And the areas that don't have as many A alleles are actually areas that have higher amounts of malaria. People with type A blood are more likely to die from malaria, causing the other blood types to be more populated in regions with high cases of malaria. It's also interesting to see that Group O members are more susceptible to the bubonic plague, and A is also susceptible to smallpox. This accounts for the increasing amount of B genes in China, India, and parts of Russia that suffer from these diseases. I want to take a moment and look at this diagram, which shows you the percent of the population that has different blood types. So the majority of the population has O plus, and then 34% have A positive, and you can see here that AB negative is only 1%. We can now take a look at the compatibility of the different blood types. So we're going to start with type O. Type O individuals can donate blood to anyone because their blood has no antigens. However, they can only receive blood from other type O individuals. Type B individuals can donate blood to people with type B and AB blood, but type B individuals can receive blood only from B and O. An individual with type AB blood can give their blood to another AB individual, but can receive blood from any type. AB is the universal receptor because it contains all the antigens. O is the universal donor because it has none of the antigens. Antigens are not only located in your red blood cells but also on your tissues and are important for transplants. It is important to match blood types or your body will create an immune response against that transplanted organ. There are currently 93,000 people waiting for a kidney, and oftentimes family members are not always matches. So they opt for what they call kidney exchanges. This involves 2 living donors and 2 recipients. In this example, there are 3 recipients and 3 donors. Jack can only donate his organ to Leo because they both have type A blood. Sophie can only donate to Molly because both have type AB blood. And Susan can receive a kidney from Mark because both have type O blood. Thank you for listening. In conclusion to my presentation, I will now show you an ad which helps promote organ donation.